Hello everyone, I'm your host Prelia and welcome to Trueandauthenticpodcast. Welcome to another episode. I am back and I am better than I was before. So with that being said, I'm gonna do a little recap before I go into today's episode. I've been gone for at least believe 3 to 4 months. I think I was gone 3 to 4 months, and within that time I was going through personal things in my life, trying to get back on track with my life. And with that being said, I never want to come on this channel right here because my purpose in creating this channel was to be true and authentic, but also to make sure my lifestyle is aligning with the things that I put out and preach to you guys. I don't want to be a false leader in a sense. You know how they say false preacher? Well, I'm a leader. So I just want to continue being a leader and just really being a leader who follows with what they say. Anyways, let's talk about the past month. So before this past month, I had a recent death in my family, my grandmother, and it just hit home because last year around this time, and it really hit home on the 4th of July because last year around that time, we were all together as a family, and it was very special, and it's just such an awakening call for me. I feel like life could be a certain way. Life could be what it is, and then it could change into a whole nother situation. So always be grateful. Never take any moment for granted. Spend time with your loved ones and really live your life. Really live out your life. And with that being said, my grandmother was such an amazing grandma. Although we all have our struggles and differences, I felt like the most I took from her and the most characteristics I was able to analyze and be aware of was that my grandmother, she was a strong person, very strong, very loving, very caring, wore her heart on her sleeve. And the most important thing was she was a hard worker. No matter how wise she was throughout her years of life, no matter how wiser she was getting throughout the years, she remained a hard worker. And that's something I have carried with me since this challenging time has occurred in my life. So much to be grateful for. I feel like I was just starting to begin something with my life and trying to make my family proud, make my grandmother proud. But I know as she watches over me, she's seeing what I'm doing now. And with that, I could just have some sort of relief that everything that I continue to do moving forward, it will make her proud. So yeah, I had my grieving moments and I've had so many ideas come to me, but starting the end of June, I believe it was June 27th, I began my fitness journey and I've been consistent ever since. Today is Tuesday, July 29th. So that's a month and 2 days consistent. Let's give it up. And just within the past month, I've been so proud of myself, not being so much in my head, because this is something I used to struggle with. And this isn't the longest time I've been consistent. The longest time would be a month and 2 weeks. So trying to definitely pass that up and reach the 75 hard mark of being consistent, and also just being consistent with 3 months and moving forward. Like, just because I'll start to achieve these goals doesn't mean that I'm going to stop, because as long as God keeps waking me up each and every day, there's a purpose and a reason to why I'm still living my life. There's so much more work to be done. And with that being said, I believe the last episode I put out for you guys, it was the introduction of season 2. I think it was Stop Complaining About Your Situation, I believe. If I'm wrong, just go watch it if you haven't, okay? But today's episode, season 2, on how to boss up, we're going to be talking about how to change your mindset. And within this past month, I definitely feel like there's been a shift in my mindset of where I used to let my mind speak for me and tell me what to do. My mind and my heart were telling me two different things, and it was like I was listening to my mind more, because there's this thing of where your brain is wired to the things that you have currently done in your life. And as someone who's trying to make a difference in their life and change their habits and live a better lifestyle for themselves, your brain, it sees what you're trying to accomplish, but it's so used to old habits, negative habits, things that you have done, because it's been trained and embedded into your mind that this was your normal lifestyle. And so how do we change our mindset? We change our mindset by not listening to our current thoughts, because like I said, it's going to take time, and you have to train your brain to transition into this new life and lifestyle that you want to live. They say it takes 21 days to form a new habit. What I do, for example, I just wake up and I get immediately started with working out. Let's go. Give praises to God, yes. Thank God for another day, yes. As soon as you wake up, don't let your mind talk you out of what you're supposed to do. This is why so many people dream all day, but they don't get anything done. They don't get anything accomplished. So what I do, I get up and I get to work. For the past month of what I've been doing home workouts, and I've been walking. And then sometimes throughout the week I would go to the gym. But I was doing at home workouts, working on my core, working on my glutes, working on my body. And then for my walking and exercising, I would do 10K steps Monday through Friday, and then 5K steps on the weekends. And I decided that I need to level up. And the whole reason of why I feel like I've been so consistent was just the purpose, my why. And my grandma, I really truly cherish and will forever cherish her. And although it's such a sad thing to experience, this has really helped me to continue being strong and following through with what I want to do in life. I didn't expect this, but I'm so grateful. And another thing was, I did not want to be another birthday in the same weight, the same look from last year. And I'm seeing my body change slowly for surely. So we're going to see within this next month of how I can boss up physically, mentally, okay, financially. Okay, anywho, that was so good. I'm cutting that up. I'm taking it up a whole nother level this year, but you really have to get out your head. The only way you can get out of a situation or change your current lifestyle is by shifting the way you think. If you just simply change the way you think by shifting the negative thoughts that enter your brain, and replace it with positive things. Speak positively about yourself. And I promise, what you put in, you'll get out. What you put in, you'll get out. And affirmations are really a good thing, because a lot of us, I feel like, especially in today's generation, I feel like a lot of us look for validation in and from other people, when truly everything that we need is going to come within ourselves. Okay, I need a water break. Is that okay with you guys? And don't judge me, but I do gulp when I drink water, so. ASMR moment. Listen, I'm trying to change and switch things up. I'm not gonna cut out as much anymore. I feel like I want to keep it as true and authentic as I can. But when I look stupid, I look stupid. I'm going, yeah. Anywho, so if you're not shifting your habits or thoughts, there's no way your mindset is going to be able to change, because you are sticking to the norm. And that's what your old and current mindset is used to. And this is simply the reason I've been gone for the past 4 months. I realized that I wasn't consistent with my routine, the things I wanted to do. And so sometimes you just need a reality check. I feel like before you do anything, you need to really check yourself and evaluate yourself. You need to do some reflection, some self-reflection, to see what is the root to this problem I'm facing. What is the root to the problem that I'm facing, and how can I fix this? Because without awareness of what the problem is to the lifestyle or the mindset in question, This is the problem, right? We have a problem, but we can't fix it because we don't know the answer, because we haven't actually looked into the situation. It's just like an investigation. If somebody died, if a murder was committed, and we just be like, well, we don't know who the person is, but the person is dead, we can't just pin anybody for the case. If somebody was murdered by someone and we can't seem to figure it out, what do we need to do? We have to look into we have to look into this thing like a real investigation so justice can be served. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been into Law and Order a little bit. I've been on Love Island. You guys know I love Love Island. For those who really know me, I've been an OG. We're not gonna get into that, but maybe I should kind of shift my focus after these few seasons that I already have planned and set for you guys. But that's how you're going to begin the shift in your mindset, by getting to the root of the problem. And once you have figured that out, you're going to take action. You're going to take steps in action to help achieve distancing yourself from someone you once were. If you have a problem, you need to have a solution with that. What are you going to do to cure this wound? Once you have that, take action. See, my problem was that I was in my head too much. And so I just had to go with my heart. Listen to my heart and what I actually want. Your mind is comfortable. Once you have wired your brain to whatever you've been doing, your mind is comfortable and set on what's been going on in your life. When you need to get out of that familiar setting and step into what's new, step into your calling, step into your purpose, you're never going to achieve greatness when you continue to choose your old and current lifestyle. If you want better for yourself, then you have to take action. You have to take those steps to get where you need and want to be. And the real motivating factor in this, it was two things. It was this video I seen on TikTok, and it was this audio, and it was this lady speaking, but it's like the motivational audios, but over it, they have the voiceover. Anyways, simply what she said: what you're not changing, you're choosing. What you're not changing, you're choosing. And that just did something to me. How can you say you want better for yourself? How can you say you want change to happen in your life, but you're still choosing to lay around in bed? You can't complain about your situation and you're not doing anything to change the circumstance or the situation that you're currently in. And that did something to me. It's just like you're in a relationship with somebody who's not treating you right. You're not correcting their behavior. You're not distancing yourself. You're not leaving this person. And when you don't do these things, guess what? You're choosing to deal with disrespect. You're choosing to let this happen. You're choosing to let that man treat you that way, that woman treat you that way. You're letting your job, your coworker, your boss treat you a certain way. You're letting them get over you. You're letting people underpay you. You're letting people not treat you what you're worth. Do y'all hear me? I feel like I'm preaching right now. And this is real. This is real life. What you're not changing, you're choosing. And one more thing. The other thing was Love Island. I wanted to talk about Adrina. Girl, you might have did something to me. She said, I'm taking your man. Hold on. I don't even have a man, but listen, you might be speaking in future tense. Like, okay, baby, let me get myself together. But that's what really got me together. And so, with my girl showing out like that, I'm like, hold on, girl, let me get me together too. Because you can't be the only one licking tea, taking everybody's man. That really had me lock in though, because I already know my potential. I haven't seen my full potential. I haven't even reached my full potential. Even with me before I did gain weight, or when I gained weight, even before that, I wasn't at my full potential. And so it's like, I need to get my stuff together. I need to get back on my podcast. I need to get back to doing YouTube. I need to get back to doing the things that I loved and enjoyed, and stop making excuses for everything. I need to put in the work. And if you have taken anything from this video, which I hope you did, and if you didn't understand anything I said, you need to go back and watch, because I'm trying to help you guys. This is season 2 on how to boss up. And if you're going to do anything, make sure you have a positive and great mindset, and also be consistent with what you do. To go and be anything and go anywhere in life, you have to be consistent with doing something good that is going to help you get the results that you want. So this was fun. I'm so glad to be back and here with you guys, because I love to talk. I'm such a yapper, and I feel like I can do this. What better decision was it other than me to make a podcast where I could be true and authentic with y'all? So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go ahead and like this video and leave your thoughts down below. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.